I was born in Rome. My father was a diplomat, and that meant that every 4 years we had to move. No choice. We lived in Egypt, in Senegal. We came back to Rome, then went to Paris, and also Berlin. That really impacted me in the sense that I didn't like it at all.
She's like a cat. She likes to stay in the place where she was born.
But when I look at it now, I realize how much that life shaped me. I went to university in Brussels. I work in European project management in a lot of different fields, research, innovation, culture, tourism. It's great, but after 20 years, that whole city vibe, which usually gets people excited, for me was just noise and confusion. Something had to change.
She has been always coming to Maratea every summer of her life.
The squirrels are our worst enemies.
My parents live in Rome, but they have a house in Maratea. I came last year because my father was in the hospital, and this is when I realized how much I missed them. I wanted to be closer to my parents and also to understand better my country. Through research, I found a job working in philanthropy.
We are proud of her, but a bit surprised and perplexed.
We were shocked,
We were, yes.
I must say.
They were telling me, think it through, it's a radical change, but I need that. I will be selling my apartment in Brussels, and all the money that I get from that, I will be spending in a house. I've been living in apartments all of my life, so being able to have space, like a garden, is really crucial for my mental health.
Oh my goodness. I've been living in Italy for nearly 9 years. I gave up the corporate world in Australia to create this consultancy firm to be able to help others achieve the same. And being an expat myself, I really do resonate with Ilaria's story.
You go from sea level to very, very high in a very short amount of space. And then, of course, you have the Statua del Cristo Redentore, which is really the landmark. Maratea is basically the only municipality on the Tyrrhenian coast. It's a bit of a peculiar place, as it is a tourist destination from June to August, and then the rest of the months it's quite empty.
We really are showcasing such an undiscovered gem. The property market in Maratea is quite interesting. A lot of wealthy families from Napoli have holiday homes here. However, it's not a place that expats know about so far. So right now really is a really great time for Ilaria to get her foot in the door. Italy does attract a lot of dreamers, but dreams can stay dreams forever. Take that leap of faith. It is going to be so rewarding.
Is she also a personal coach, or? Buying this house represents so much for me that the expectations are quite high. I have a limited amount of money and I don't really save, so I have to stick to that. I cannot afford something so close to the coast, but ideally with a sea view.
Wonderful.
I have lived all of my life in apartments. I think I want a house, at least 2 rooms, with a lot of light pouring in. I want Italian charm, although I would also like that modern touch. I'm working remotely, so having an office space would be great.
You're looking for some outdoor space as well?
Definitely a garden with olive trees and, if possible, fruit trees, because I would like to learn to have an orchard.
Wow. What about the location?
Walking distance or very, very short drive to the historical center. And the last thing, if it would be possible not to have a renovation, that would help out.
100%.
I have $250,000, more or less.
Gotcha. Ilaria does have a lot of things that she wants ticked off. Finding a garden close to a town centre is going to be quite challenging. Oh,
It's crazy, huh?
sorry. I'm taking Ilaria to something turnkey so she can move in and not have that stress. The property is just on the other side of this mountain. It's in an area called Massa, which is a frazione. Frazione is like a part, a zone of Maratea. This property has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
But Massa is quite far away from the historical center.
You would definitely need to have a car unless you fancied a good hour's walk into town.
Yeah, not every day.
Beautiful countryside.
Yeah, but I don't see the sea view.
Here is the property. Going up the stairs here.
I like that it's on different levels.
Well, this part downstairs is not actually part of the property. As you can see, we have an olive tree. What do you think?
I like the scenery, but was expecting a standalone property. And the outdoor space is not really a garden, actually. It's more like a court.
It's on the market for $200,000.
I like that.
So, welcome to the property.
Wow, I was not expecting this. It's extremely modern, but it's a bit small.
Yes, but I feel like it's a really beautiful transition from city apartment, modern living, to a country-style Italian home. Here is your living area.
Wow, it's beautiful.
All the furniture is included apart from the owner's personal items.
What kind of person lives here? I think that there's a lot of style in the details.
It's a very stylish property.
I'm just wondering, because everything is quite grey. I like it with the contrast with the greenery and, you know, the beautiful views of the mountain, but it's starting to be a bit too grey. The price is great. I could use those $50,000 to repaint, but I didn't want to do any renovation. There are so many things that are changing right now in my life that I really don't want to go into works.
The devil really is in the detail, even down to the toilet paper.
50 Shades of Grey. I've had that in my past. I don't want that anymore.
These stairs I am not loving. Hold my hand.
Now, they're really beautiful, but if you come back home a bit tipsy, I'm just wondering how you're going to handle the stairs coming up and down. Bathroom. I guess the shower is missing, but the good thing is that you don't have to go back down the stairs for a toilet once you're upstairs, right?
Thank goodness for that. So here we have the men's department store. However, once this is all taken out, it could be a really great office.
This roof feels a bit close to my head.
We're dealing with these older style homes. They do come with a lot of quirks.
Yeah.
This is the main bedroom. As you can see, door frames and doors are optional.
Yeah, indeed. And again, the same problem as in the other room. So the roof is literally above my head. 50,000 is a lot of money, especially in southern Italy. So I understand why you brought me here, but still, I'm just thinking if this is right for me. The stairs, it's a death trap. No sea view. And also the garden doesn't feel really like a garden, rather like a courtyard. It's quite far away from the historical center, and this for me is a bit of a problem.
She wants all this outside space close to the town centre. We're never going to find that for 250,000. She's going to have to compromise between town and country life.
Andiamo? I want to move to Maratea to be closer to my roots. This is the place where I used to go to every single summer. This is where I have all my childhood memories. Just feels like home. I see this change as a way to learn rather than relearn how to be an Italian, because I never lived in Italy as an adult. I speak Italian, but I don't have that southern Italian dialect. So when I go around in Maratea, I immediately stick out. This move also has some risks. I'm leaving behind everything. In Brussels, I have never worked in the philanthropic sector before, but I hope that being the new kid on the block and having that new energy will help me to actually do social innovation projects and also connect to the community itself.
Ilaria has overcome a lot of obstacles, and she's very determined. But to come back to this kind of environment is quite difficult.
Such a small place.
My parents are skeptical. For them, it's okay to come here in summer. It's the holiday place, but being in Maratea during the winter, they are a bit worried that I will be lonely.
So the actual property we're going to go see next is just around the corner, so it's really close walking distance to this piazza.
It's exciting,
Yeah.
so I can come back to my childhood memories in 2 minutes.
I do understand that Ilaria is looking for that standalone property, but having an apartment is much easier to maintain. She's getting nostalgic being in the town centre. This location is absolutely perfect for her.
We are right in Maratea.
You have got everything on your doorstep.
This is great, and you see from the mountains down to the sea. That's beautiful, and that's Campania over there.
Yes. The property has 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, and amazing sea views.
Okay, super.
But because you wanted to be in town, this is an apartment. So there is no outside space.
I've been living in apartments all of my life. There's no terrace, not even a small little balcony.
No. But just think about Maratea being your back garden. It's on the market for 250,000.
I'm going to keep an open mind, but this is a first concern for me. Wow, look at these amazing tiles.
As you can see, really big, bright, light open space. You have your kitchen here.
I was expecting something a bit more modern, maybe, but I think I can live with that. The oven also seems a bit old.
Here we have your dining area, living area. The apartment is sold fully furnished.
I'm not a fan of this furniture. It's a bit exotic for me, but progressively I can change some little elements.
Look at this incredible sea view.
Wow.
Look at that.
That is amazing. It's really such a pity that there's no balcony. I just want to drink my aperitivo outside looking at the Cilento coast.
Being in the historical centre does come with its drawbacks, but you have every single thing on your doorstep. So here we have the main bedroom, lots of storage space.
I really like the rustic style, and as you can see, I'm blending in. Oh, that's comfortable.
This is one of 2 bathrooms, which is also of the same size.
I really like the classical touch. It's very spacious, bright and light. And the fact that I'm gonna have my own ensuite is nice.
So here we have the 2nd bedroom.
There are 2 big windows. I really like that this is a bright apartment. I think I'm still debating the idea of living in an apartment, although I really like the fact that, I can just walk out and go to a historical center and the sea view is just breathtaking.
Well, you wanted to have Italian charm. It really is just oozing. That sounds weird. And this really does give you the opportunity to immerse yourself in your new local community.
That's true. There is no garden in this apartment. Maratea will be my garden. This is what Nikki said. At the same time, it's not so much about the garden. It's really about having space and independence. I'm not ready to compromise on living in apartments.
If you wait and wait, the prices are going to go up and you may run the risk of being priced out of the market.
So far, I'm not really convinced. As you know, I'm moving away from Brussels. I'm trying to find something that has space.
This house is a little bit further away, about a 20-minute walk from the town centre. It is oozing Italian charm. With these older style buildings, it is a little bit dark, but 3 bedrooms, beautiful garden.
Well, 20-minute walk is still a bit more than I expected. At the same time, I see that the scenery is absolutely magnificent.
In this beautiful garden, we have an abundance of fruit trees. By the front door, there's a giant lemon tree.
The garden is amazing, and wow, this property is really, really beautiful. What's the price?
250,000.
Oh, wow. Let's go and see it then. I'm curious.
Here we are, the kitchen, big open plan space, as you can see.
It's a bit dark, and also it's a bit bizarre to enter and the first thing that you see is the sink. What about this? This is a working fire, right?
It is indeed a working fireplace. So one of the biggest drawbacks of this property is there is no central heating.
Ouch. Okay, because I know Maratea and it can get cold, especially in this area where we're close to the mountain. We started really, really well outside, and now coming in, not sure.
Have faith. So as you can see, we're continuing with these beautiful characteristic tiles. We have our sitting room here, all this beautiful character.
The ceiling is absolutely amazing.
Beautiful wooden beams.
So also the door, the furniture, I really like this here.
Fully furnished.
Excellent. The only thing is it feels a bit dark, small and tight, and that is humidity.
Nothing that a bit of paint can't fix.
So I also have to paint.
But this gives you the opportunity to really personalise this room to your tastes. So here's the first bathroom.
I love the colors, it's nice and bright. And also, this is big, there's space, but again, it's damp.
Yes, with these older style properties, this can happen with the damp. However, just keeping on top of it and some TLC, it won't be a big problem.
I didn't want to do any renovation.
Turnkey is an interesting concept here in Italy.
Still a bit dark here, huh?
However, I want to look at the bones, the structure, the size. Anything else inside can be modified. The location can't. And this is the first of 3 bedrooms. Look at this beautiful natural light with a balcony overlooking the cherry trees.
The view is pretty impressive. I can see Jesus, but it just feels a bit small.
Let me show you my favourite part of the house. Here is the 2nd bedroom.
The tiles are stunning.
I was actually thinking this could actually be utilised as an excellent workspace for you.
If I did work from here, I would need much more space so I could throw away the couch.
There's a lot of potential here.
Yeah.
Now, let me show you your bedroom. Look at this. Absolutely huge space. Again, these beautiful cementina floors, loads of natural light coming through.
And again, wooden windows, wooden alcove. It's really traditional. Okay, this I'm really loving. It seems really like 2 different homes. Bottom floor, it's so much dark, but here there's so much light.
Speaking of natural light, let me show you the terrace. Look at this incredible view.
Wow, this is really breathtaking, Nikki. In one glance, the mountains, the sea, and the statue of Jesus Christ.
La Dolce Vita.
La Dolce Vita. When I entered the bottom floor, I was just like, okay, Nikki, you missed the mark. But then I saw it upstairs and I felt like hugging her and thanking her. I'm just debating with myself because the bottom floor is really not something that I'm convinced of. 250,000 is the maximum of what I can afford. So if I have to also put central heating on top of that, it's a bit of a problem. And also, do I want to live outside the center of town?
I feel like these properties, we've had a flavour of everything.
It's much better to be downtown in an apartment. It'll be easier for you, more manageable.
But Mama, Papa, I want it all. The first one is in Massa. Beautiful scenery, you see all of the mountains.
But it's a long way from downtown.
It is. Everything has just been renovated, very modern taste, but it's very, very grey. And there's a steep staircase. And, you know, I like my wine. It is attractive, but just not for me. Another property that I saw is in the historical center. It has great Italian charm, stunning sea view, but there is no terrace, and it's an apartment.
Oh, maybe this could be easier.
It feels like a good transition. I can afford it.
So there is positive aspects.
Another property that I saw is 20-minute walking distance from the historical center. You have fruit trees all over the place. It's stunning from the outside, but downstairs, it's quite disappointing. Very dark, damp. I would have to repaint it, but then you go upstairs and it's a completely different world. You have the mountains, you have the Cristo Redentore, and you have the seaside all around you.
Wow.
But it is $250,000 and it has no central heating.
At the end, what is important, that you make your decision, stick to it,
Volevi la bicicletta? Pedala.
and try to be happy then.
I want to live in the historical center, but I want to have a garden. I want to learn how to do limoncello, have an orchard, have a dog.
You must know that there is a lot of work to be done.
When I was living at your place,
You didn't do anything because
the gardener was there indeed, but I want to do a complete life change.
I'm just afraid that you will feel lonely there.
I think that there's a great difference in English, which is being alone and being lonely. In Maratea, you can be alone, but you will never be lonely.
Sure of that.
I'm not going to be lonely.
This is for the life.
Okay, let's not get existential.
even if we don't agree completely, be always supportive of your
Of my choices.
choice, but at least twice per year, a basket full of fruit.
Okay, well, you can come and pick them yourselves.
No, you
Probably.
pick them.
Okay. My life in Maratea is beyond any expectation. The new job is great. I have my sea view, I have my terrace, I have my dog. And I met Angelo.